So, dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed one, the exalted one, the fully enlightened one. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to become very clear with the practice. So when it comes to meditation, as you know, nowadays, there are many kind of techniques and there are many interpretations, many methods, many paths people practice. So it is very important for yourself to become very clear with the intention that you come for meditation. Because when it comes to sitting means, so that practicing meditation, another word, very classic words called sitting. Sometimes we don't tell I practice meditation every day. Sometimes we say I sit. I practice my sitting. So when it comes to sitting, there are certain kind of qualities you have to develop within yourself. So one of the important things is the deeper intention. What you look out of meditation. Because once you have that clear understanding within your own inner purpose, it will open the path forward, or it can close the path. So that is what we're going to talk about today. It's called the backwards law. From the ancient time, when you master a technique, to know about this backwards law is very important, because you understand how your mind behaves. So I'll bring an example for that. So you may have heard the story about the pink elephant or the monkey. In the higher mountain area, there was a monk. And he used to practice meditation, and the village people know about this monk. And it's but very rare that people go and meet the monk. So there was a very aggressive young person, and he thought, why I can't go and see this monk? I want to go and see and ask some question, and I want to know that why we can't practice meditation. I want to know something. So one day he went to this little hut on the top of the mountain, and he knocked the door like he's a macho man. He show his strength just knocking. Hey, say, hey, I came to see you. It's kind of like, hey, open the door. Hey, I'm here. It's kind of like, So this monk, came and looked. Oh, how I can help. Oh, I came to see you. Oh, this is good. So I want to know that about meditation. Can you teach me meditation? So the monk told, before we get into meditation, I give you a very simple example and you practice it and then come later. Once you complete that, you come. So what is that? So he thought it's a the meditation, it's a very easy. He want to show off his, this macho nature. And this monk told, so you go, you close your eyes and settle down. Do one thing, just don't think about monkeys. The guy, that's it. That's it. Just try to not to think about monkeys. Okay. I will come, and see you tomorrow because it is very easy. The guy left the temple on the way. Now he tried to think, he tried to not to think about monkey. Now on the way, his mind is start to bring all the monkeys, different monkeys. And wherever he sees, it's kind of like a shadow of the monkey in the trees, even they're empty. But he start to see like, there are monkeys. And somehow he, managed to came home and he start to settle down in himself. Now everywhere he start to see the monkeys. And he closed his door and, into his room and try to close his eyes. These monkeys everywhere pace, around him. He couldn't get out of it. And he tried to sleep. Now monkeys everywhere. He couldn't get out of it. So this is what called the backwards law. This is the very nature. When we try to resist something, it comes closer to you. When you try to reach to something, it go far away from you. This is the mental behavior. This is the universal pattern. So only thing is you should understand it, not to challenge for that. Remember that when it comes to law, any kind of law, there are many laws in the world. But when it comes with the law, the one thing we have to understand, you never challenge the law. You understand it. You surrender to that. You accept it. You become more humble with it. So when it comes to this, that you understand and that you recognize the very behavior of our inside. So one of the things is, why I mentioned in the beginning, the intention of sitting or the meditation, sometimes we have, oh, this world is suffering, it's so much bad things. I want to get out of that all. And I don't like this, I don't like that. So when you start to resist the worldly nature, and if you have the intention to get out of this worldly nature and sit for meditation, in the very next day, what will happen? you're going to experience more and more and more that kind of nature. And at the same time, some people have idea, oh, I want to attain to liberation. I want the enlightenment. I want to experience something more higher. That I want to get into these high mental powers. So they have so much desireful intention. And when they sit with that, they never find anything. So how this behavior come to us? So that behavior come to us because of this very conventional level of lifestyle. Why? Because in this material world, in this physical world, when you think about, oh, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a professor, I want to become a teacher, oh, I want to get this, I want to buy that, you will get it. Somehow you can get it. It may take time, but by the time you get it. So, and now you know, oh, I thought about to become rich and I got rich. I thought about to get this one and I got that one. I thought to buy a house, I bought that house. I thought about this kind of car, I got it. I thought about this kind of, that kind of lifestyle, I have it. So then why I can't get what I want in deeper within my inner truth? So the backwards law apply in the deeper level within your inner nature. So the very truth within your life doesn't work the way you think in this conventional life. So why then we can't access to that? Because we don't know who we are. We don't know who we are, and we don't know what is happening inside us. So if you don't know who you are, if you don't know what is happening inside you, if you don't know that where you heading in the deeper level of your life, how you know what is the truth regarding your own life? So that's why when it comes to the mind or your consciousness, your subconsciousness, it doesn't work with this material world. It go with the deeper level of truth of your life. So get access to that truth is a different way of method. So that is what we practice through the meditation. So in that level, by thinking, by kind of like interfering with the deep, strong intention, you can't go there. It's valid for the conventional life, but your deeper inner truth doesn't accept that nature. So then, as example, it's like, just imagine this cup of water with the mud, some kind of dust and the water. So if I use it to settle down and shake it, what will happen? The water become busy and it become more dark. It never going to become clear. So the same principle with your mind. So with so much information you accumulated through the journey, it's already became very busy. And it got dust. It got dust and it became dark. It became heavy because of this accumulation of information. So now, if you try to use the informations to make it clear, it's never going to happen. So then what you need to do, you just slowly place the cup in one place, don't touch it. You just leave it there. You don't need to do anything. So when you don't do anything, what will happen to that water? It's going to settle down. So the same thing with your mind also. That is the principle. That is when you apply the thoughts or the informations or the intention or the goal or the desire. So what will happen? It again and again get busy. So then you allow everything to settle down itself. So with the mind sometimes, maybe from the beginning, you don't know how to do that. Because you can't see the mind. So then in the very first principle, develop that practice with your body, physical. That is the beginning of the journey that you start with the go towards the inner truth. Just sit. And when you sit, master your sitting. Master your sitting. So mastering the sitting, in the beginning, maybe you need to do a little bit stretching. And if you have done yoga or any kind of physical activities, that is good for you. Otherwise, sometimes we look for more comfort. Rather than mastering the sitting, what we master in the comfort. It is two different things. Oh, I can't sit like this. I can't say, I don't feel that way. I feel good this way. So you don't sit to feel good. Because that feeling good is very temporary. So that's why when it comes to mastering the sitting, so in the very first level, you surrender to the principles of sitting. And so that's why you keep your back straight, neck, head straight in one line. And if you kind of like, if it is possible for you, if you don't have any kind of, physical injuries or kind of like that, you can, sit on the cushion, on the floor. So just little by little practice, 1 minute enough. 2 minutes enough, 5 minutes enough. Start to get into that. And so little by little you practice. And then while you practice, you apply the different techniques to shape and sharp your sitting. So one is, you sit it, then by the time 1 minute, 2 minutes, you never try to move any parts of your body. Completely 100%, you settle down. It's become like a statue. You get into a very deep, unmovable posture. So you don't go to practice mind. You still just practice with the sitting. So 1 minute enough. Once you've done that 1 minute, you gain different kind of experience. That different experience will change that your inner behavior. And it is irreversible. It's never going to go back. It transforms you to different level. So 1 minute enough. And the next day, you go to 2 minutes. Maybe after 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, maybe one lifetime you will take to master that 1 minute. That is okay. That's okay, because we have no power over this journey. If it is happen, if it will happen. So now you know how to do that, at least 1 minute. You master 1 minute during this lifetime, and the next lifetime you go to 5 minutes. Why? Because you're born with the skills that what you hold when you die. So then when you're born with that skill, oh, and from the beginning, you can sit. Have you heard the Prince Siddhartha? When he was 7 years, that he started to practice meditation. And sometimes people ask, how this little child can do that. And these 2 years old children sometimes, 1 year old children sometimes, when they come to temple, and sometimes parents bring them for blessing, and they all know, how to go to YouTube and find that whatever the cartoon channel they want to watch, and even they know how to subscribe. And I ask how they do that, and the parents doesn't know how they don't know how they do it. See, even the Prince Siddhartha, 7 years when he start practice meditation. But look, these children, how it happened like that? Because maybe when they die, there's most of these, hospices, hospice centers, hospitals, elder care centers, very old people. Sometimes I go for, blessings. And what they does? Do you think they practice meditation there? No, 24/7 watch TV. That's it. Whatever the TV they in front of, they just watch TV. Just imagine 24/7 when they watch TVs, and what happened? They die with that kind of mindset. And they die with the gadgetics around them and the machines. When you go to the hospital nowadays, and sometimes no humans, especially see that during the COVID time, when you go to hospitals, no human around that people, and everything machines. So when they die with machines, they born with the skill of machines. They don't afraid anymore these machines. They don't afraid for TVs, YouTube. So the same thing. So that's why don't try to do that. Look for the lot of information. So if you know one thing, it's just master that one thing. That is the important thing. That is the very key secret of mastering the art. You are capable. I know you are capable to learn many things. And maybe within 3 months, 4 months, you are capable to learn many subjects, but you can't go deeper. But if you put your maximum effort to one subject within that whole 3 months, what will happen? And out of that, you bringing something. So that is what you need out of meditation also. Don't try to practice different postures. It may waste your time. Once you find the best one, hold it to that. Don't go to different meditation techniques. Once you find the best technique, hold it to that. And then start to master it. From the beginning, it is difficult. That difficulty arises not because really that it is difficult. It is our deeper inner hindrance. That is our inner behavior start to adjust according to practice. It makes uncomfortable, but it is okay. You have to go through that. If you never go through that discomfort, you're never going to find the change. So the change itself means you have power to go through the valley of pain. So that is the thing. So through the journey, that when you come to practice meditation, when you become a sannyasi, or when you become a yogi, when you become a practitioner, when you become the part of the journey, you are capable to go through the pain without resisting it. And you are capable to go through the life without chasing the happiness. That is totally different. Because we all, the name of life, we are chasing, go behind happiness and resisting deeper unsatisfaction. And end of the day, what will happen? The unsatisfaction come very closer to you, and the happiness go far away from you. So then remember yourself, learn to settle down. Start to practice it with your physical. Settle down with your body. And master the body, the posture, sitting. So then by the time, when you master the body, you are capable to understand the behavior of the mind. So the 1 minute you come to settle down and you stay with the sensation. And once you have that undisturbed mind for a second, you develop that one-pointness and increase it and expand it. So by the time you are capable to get into the tranquility state, and you take a very conscious decision. When the mind jump here and there, go up and down, you find your balance. So that is what inner practice. You find your balance when the mind go up and down. When the mind go through the pain, when the mind go through the desires, when the mind go through the lust, when the mind go through the wanting and don't wanting, you find the balance. Without craving or without resisting, you keep the balance. That is what called practice. And because end of the day, you recognize it is not that whatever you reach, you gain or resist going to be your life. At the deeper level of your own, the desire going to be there with you, not what you gain out of this. This whatever you gain, you find everything going to go away by the time. You can reach to the very peak level of this conventional life. More than any other time nowadays, we have facilities for that. But look, when the people reach to this highest level of conventional life, what happened to them? And maybe more than any other time, you are capable to reach it very fast. So you reach to the highest peak level very fast, and you are capable to get into the bottom level very fast. That is what we see. That is not the real happiness or the satisfaction. So you get out of this deeper inner resistance or deeper inner desire. Why we come to that? Because from childhood, we heard, we somehow, somewhere that there are information injected to us. It's kind of like there's missing something in us. We always want to look for that. We are complete. It's still be missing something. And just in the society, it's very rare we hear, you are okay, you complete. Anywhere you go, everybody try to sell you something, injecting ideas that you are not complete. You need them. So that's how it is. Even that it come from our, family also. And sometimes when the parents too attached to children, and they slowly inject the idea to children, without us, you are not complete. And when they are so attached to their partners or the husband or the wife, and sometimes they always try to mention, without me, you are not complete. You can't. You're going to destroy your life. You need me. You need me. They are very rare. We hear from people. You don't need anybody. You are complete. From the society, go to a doctor. Go to a lawyer, and go to a monk, or go to any place. Go to a spiritual leader, and sometimes they say, oh, you need our guidance, otherwise you can't do anything. You are not complete. So this idea from childhood, it's through the culture, tradition, environment, society, school system, education system. So from everywhere, we got the idea we are not complete. So now what happened? We start to find something to fix it, but still we can't. But this Vipassana meditation is the place. It deeply tell you, even need these techniques. For a tranquility level, you need some kind of understanding. You need some kind of wisdom to get into that. But once you are there, you don't need anything. Because your consciousness, your awareness, so capable to see things and recognize things as it is. And not only that, to recognize how things come to be as they are. That is the mechanism and the depth of the science. How things come to be as they are. So what is behind this? What is behind the screen? What is happening behind? What is underneath this skin? That is the very purpose of all this science. So when it comes to life, when it comes to yourself, the very Vipassana level of critical, analytical, independent understanding give you very clear clarity regarding yourself and see what is happening in you. That is the truth within yourself. So once you know that, what happens? That is where you can slowly get out of this resistance or desire. So otherwise we keep chasing, we go behind it. So the very first thing, then don't apply this outside principle things to your inner life. Because outside principle things, this outside theories, method, mechanism, patterns to to maintain and go with the world. That is the very reason for that. To create, to build up. But our inner purpose is to get out of it. So you can't apply the same principle to inside. So when you look for freedom, when you look for to withdraw from that, you can't apply the same principle. So then you have to apply the principle not to interfere with that. It doesn't matter pain or pleasure. So remember from today the backwards law. So that's mean when you have so much strong intention, and always the opposite going to happen. So that's why once you know that within yourself, you slowly release it from you. You anymore not try to push your mind to resist anything. You don't push your mind to chase, or you don't push your mind to go behind anything. You just settle down, because right now, right here in this very moment, you are 100% complete. In that completion, if you are capable to settle down, your transformation, your liberation, your ultimate bliss of Nibbana going to be in the very next moment of experience. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left hand, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment you're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. So if your mind go here and there, just bring it back again and again. Don't try to resist any thoughts. Don't try to chase anything. Just allow everything to settle down as it is. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Maya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi. Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.